like doing this and learning French. Like, who does that? There's so many embarrassing moments when learning French. Like when I was trying to read 50 Shades of Grey in French. It's true, because like my friend recommended that to me. It's a guy friend, and he said, AJ, 50 Shades of Grey is gonna do you wonders. It's gonna be good for you. It's gonna teach you vocabulary you've never heard of before. And it's like, right on, man. But I said, like, how did you even come up with 50 Shades of Grey? Like, how did you end up reading it? And he said, I read it by accident. I was like, all three of them? But the thing is, I didn't want to read 50 Shades of Grey in public because I've seen that happen before and it was kind of embarrassing. Like I was on the bus one time and I saw this one girl and she looked kind of childbearing age. She was reading 50 Shades of Grey on the transit, and you can kind of tell where the story is going and what action is taking place by looking at her face. So she was like reading the book like this, and she was so absorbed in it, you know? She was going like this, and then all of a sudden she goes like, ah! And then we looked around and she's like, oh. Like, what's up with that? It's like watching an 18-year-old guy watching porn in the library. You can't do that. So I ended up downloading the audiobook. And I thought that was the end of it, but Audible, at the end of the month, they sent me a recommendation of books to read based on my download history. You don't even want to know how many shades they recommended. And this world is bizarre, you know. The second years started reading about pregnancy. Like, this is pregnancy week. And it's kind of funny because in my spare time, I pretend to be a midwife. It's because I don't want to tell people I'm a med student. You know, they start judging you, they start thinking like you're a robot, you study in the library all day. There's a bunch of first years who are thinking, wait a second, I do that. I am kind of a robot and I study all day. Don't worry, you're not alone. No, but the thing is, like, you know, like this is pregnancy week, so I pretend to be a midwife. And it all started in CPR course that I took last summer. And we were going around the circle and people were introducing themselves, you know, and what they do, what they like to do and all that stuff. And it was taking half a day to just do that. And there's this one guy that really ticked me off because this is how he introduced himself. He's like, my name is David, I'm a first year social sci, and I'm really proud of my hair. That's kind of like a girl that says, my name is Jessica, and I'm really proud of my boobs. Like, who does that? And then he takes off his hat, and then he's like, appreciate the wavy pattern to it. That's kind of like Jessica that says, I'm really proud of how balanced they are, and how big they are. Like, don't do that, man. But the thing is, I introduce myself and say, my name is AJ, I'm a midwife, and I like to deliver babies, and I do this motion, you know, like the pizza delivery. Because that's the closest I've ever been to delivery. And the thing is, people actually thought I was being genuine. So, like, the CPR instructor was, he was asking, he's like, I'm going to make sure to take down your name and number in case I need some midwifery services. And I was like, right on, man, call me when you're due. And then there's a bunch of girls who gathered around me in the lunch break, and the hairy guy too, and they started to ask me all these bizarre questions, like this one girl who's like, well, have you delivered babies of all ethnicities? I'm like, yeah, probably. And then she goes like, well, did it feel different? I was like, what kind of question is that? And then this other girl who's like, well, do you always deliver babies with both hands or with one hand? I was like, no, I can't deliver a baby with one hand. That would be like just grabbing the baby's head and just yanking it. I can't do that. I don't deliver deliver baby with one hand, I deliver with two hands. Thanks,